Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking to some of the country's biggest stars and some of my favourite people. And we've got one for you today. Faye Brookes, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You're looking delicious. What are we here talking about?
Of course, the fact that I'm playing the Birmingham Hippodrome. I'm going to be playing Snow White in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Never has there been a more delicious or gorgeous Snow White. I mean, you were born to play this role, really, weren't you?
I hope so. It's the first time I've ever played the role. The last time I did a panto role was Sleeping Beauty, which was a very long time ago. And my first ever job was Princess Jasmine. So this is the first time playing this princess. I'm excited.
I think people forget when we know you from Corrie or something like that you had a whole life before. I mean, and you're a proper theatre actress. This is your home, really, isn't it?
I love it. I miss it so much, and it is my bread and butter. I'm thoroughly excited about the Christmas period, and what a better kind of way to go from my 4 years at Coronation Street to going back to the theatre and doing something so much fun with the cast that I'm with as well. They're phenomenal, and just the whole Christmas feel. It'll be really kind of upbeat and fun.
And there's 34 of these kudos pantomimes around the country, and they chose you to be in this one, which is the biggest and the longest running. There's a compliment. Must mean you're the most beautiful Snow White in the country.
No pressure. I'm going to take that. I'm not going to say anything. It's hard to take a compliment these days.
I hope you got the most money as well. This is important.
Oh, we don't talk about that. No. My goodness, there'll be cat fights.
You have got the West End Palladium set for this. I mean, they've given you a huge show, and it does make a difference because panto these days, it is like a big musical. The days of it just being some tatty backdrop and a cheap sort of suit that they give you from 1997. I mean, they're giving you a huge show with this. That must be a thrill too.
Yeah, it's my first time actually working for Kudos. So I'm really, really excited. I've heard great things about their company, and you know what, if they put more money in, it just kind of sets the whole show, doesn't it? And there's a bar, there's a standard. And I think with the cast that we do have, that we're ready to smash it.
And of course, you have got a phenomenal cast. You've got legends like Leslie Joseph, and you've got comedians like Matt Slack, who's a legend here in Birmingham. I mean, it must be nice to be in that sort of safety net of class and professionals. It's a bit like Corrie in a way, isn't it? Nobody can let anybody down because you've got a sort of 12 shows to do a week.
Yeah, I do love the fact that when it comes to working within a company, that you end up becoming a family naturally. We're going to love each other, we're going to hate each other, we might even have our good days, our bad days, but I have legends working with me, which is brilliant. So you just naturally have a trust there with them, and I think that's going to get us through the slog of 2 shows a day. Bring it on.
And it's a terribly long run, and then there's live music, there's a live band, and there's live singing, and
I'm so excited. I'm in my element. Like, bring back the live. I first joined Corrie when they'd just done their live. It was their anniversary, and it was a live episode, and I was like, oh, I'm not even on screen yet, so I can't even be a part of it. But I was there filming, because we were so far in advance, 2.5 months. They were all practicing, rehearsing, becoming this little unit, and I was like, I want to be in it. So I had huge FOMO when they were doing the live, and now I'm back doing my live show, and I get to be doing this every single day.
We're talking in the middle of September, and what's amazing is you just finished last Friday in the show, and we spoke about, I think, 2 years ago when you were in the heart of it. I mean, you had a traumatic time there, didn't you? They didn't give you too many laughs.
And I cried a lot. I actually was with my friends this weekend, and I was being really silly and pretended to cry, and they were like, all right, you're not at Corrie now. I have cried many tears, but I have been given so many challenges, and I'm so grateful for that, because it's pushed me as an actress. And where better to learn your craft than in a soap where it's fast-paced, 6 episodes a week, really challenging. I've been very, very, very lucky.
And what I love is some people come and go very quickly from that show, but the pros last. And there is a test, isn't there, about whether you can keep up? Because as quick as you've got to remember it, you've got to forget it to do tomorrow.
Of course. I think my brain has actually changed the way it's been trained. I have been given, obviously, like a show to learn. And as much as I've picked it up and I've tried to be on my front foot and remember everything, whether it's musically or choreographically, when it comes to an episode, the scenes are half that size and there's 10 times more of them, and it's different directors, it's a different cast, it's a different set, And so you have to be on your A game every day. So actually, I think I'm going to find this really easy.
Well, there's a safety net. Once you know it, it's just a case of delivering it every day, isn't it? It's a completely different discipline. And then in this show, we're going to get to hear you sing, which I think most people would be surprised about. Of course, I'm not, because one of the last times I saw you on stage was here doing Shrek, which you were magnificent. Again, playing more or less Snow White in that, weren't you? A princess. Another gorgeous role.
Oh my God, I loved her. She had sass. And I think Snow White's a little bit more, let's say, of a classic princess.
Debonair, yeah.
Yeah, a bipolar, redhead, Princess Fiona turned ogre, green. Yeah, it's a whole other ball game. But I did have fun. And like we said, you know, if I get to do this again and get to do live shows, it's just having fun, isn't it? And just being back in that whole live audience interaction with the kids, and it's some of it goes right over their heads, and then some of it's just about telling the story, and we're going to have, just a good old time together.
Tell me about what you're going to do in it. Do you know yet what you're going to sing or what we're going to hear you do?
It's like a whole, it's surprise waiting to happen. Like Christmas is coming. I'm like, what am I going to get? I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Hopefully I'll get a say, maybe. I've just met my prince today and he seems lovely and he's so talented. So I know I'm in for a treat.
And of course they brought the Palladium show here and they brought Jack here from the Palladium from Joseph. It doesn't get bigger and better than that.
Standards. I know. No, he seems so sweet and so lovable, and we're already howling with Leslie. Oh my God, she's cracking us up. So I'm thrilled. I'm really, really privileged and honoured, and so grateful to be here. So bring it on.
I've been looking at the websites and things, Googling you this weekend, and everybody has an opinion about how you left Coronation Street, and some of them wanted more, but of course it means could you go back and all of that stuff? Is there a possibility?
That's a good thing. I think that's a good thing the way that I have gone, and I have to trust the writers and trust the show. They've been doing this a very long time, and I'm a character that has not been killed off, so I could return, and that's a really, really good thing. So always take the positive.
And also, are you okay? I mean, there's been loads of stuff in the press recently, and just are you okay is what the fans want to know on the Twitter today when I told them I was speaking to you.
I'm very well, thank you. I appreciate everyone's support, but I'm very good.
You are so talented, and to see you in this is going to be magnificent because it's so big and it really plays to your strengths. A, because you're delicious, but also because you can knock it out the park with these songs and have this beautiful set around you. It must be marvellous.
I'm excited, honestly. At the moment, I'm just so present and living in the moment, enjoying life, seeing what challenges are around the corner, opportunities, kind of just saying yes and really going for it. And I think this is going to be a really, really fun project to sink my teeth into and get to know some new fantastic people. 2
months off before you start Panto. What next? A holiday?
If we can squeeze it in. I'm auditioning like a madwoman as well, because it means that obviously when we start Panto, we are in something until February. It's a grueling schedule. Hopefully I can take a break and then go in something else, but I'm definitely on my front foot at the moment and being tested in challenges everywhere, like whether it's a self-tape, an audition, round after round after rounds for different musicals, but it's good. I like it.
What would you like to be, a giraffe in The Lion King? What's next?
You know what? Anything. I would love to go back to theatre. I do think that there's a special place in my heart that I belong there. But I'm actually just excited about a brand new role that I could sink my teeth into.
Faye Brookes, we love you very much. You're such a star and such a talent. Thank you for talking to us today. See you in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at the Birmingham Hippodrome this Christmas. Great to talk to you.
Thank you so much.